if you are a candidate, the best message that you can use is say that people should vote for you, and when you get opportunity, you unify the party. So I'm not surprised that his supporters are calling him the unifier, and are saying that if Nanado and Alan Chematin will cause problems for you, there's a certain man who doesn't belong to any of the camps, and that man is Anawazi Koshe Bosheba. So if you vote for him, he will become what? A candidate who can unify every ranks of the party. So his supporters will use that to his advantage.
Okay.
And I'm not surprised.
I think around 9:15, our callers will actually give us the actual impression. What is the actual impression for the ones outside there who will be doing exactly the voting? So probably they will give us more information. You and I may not be in a better position to judge. So well. Now, I think we will go down to the issue of enough of the NPP NDC. Probably when our callers start sending in their messages, which I'll read very soon, we'll see who will be leading by our polls over here. So send your messages through the short code 1406. You type F, you leave a space, and then you type the name of the candidate you think will emerge as the winner of the NPP flag bearership race coming up on the August 7th this year, 2010, and eventually we emerge as the NPP flag bearer for the 2012 elections in Ghana. We'll come back to the issue of elections again, 2012 elections. We'll come back as to whether NPP is in a better position to actually take the country or NDC will continue. But then before that, let's go to how tolerant the government, the incumbent NDC government's been with the issues of criticisms from the public sector, from the media, from within his own party and functions, and also from the executive and other contributors and stakeholders of governance in this country. Douglas, you are a media expert, right? And with regards to ato-kwamena-dadze's arrest, do you think is in its right order?
Nah, it's not.
Why do you say so? Are you saying so because you are a media expert?
Not that, but looking at the circumstances surrounding, even I had the police arrested him, like to investigate. They are claiming they want to protect the people who have been threatened by the government. But let's ask ourselves, if you really want to protect those people, why can't you go to the estate agency? Why can't you go there? At least go and do your research over there. Though this estate group, they have officially declined the statement by ato-kwamena-dadzie. But why can't they go if they really want to protect them in the interest of the people who have been threatened, as they are claiming? Why can't they go and make their investigation over there, but rather putting pressure on the newsman? Do you get it?
Yeah.
Then it means that they are rather targeting the critics. They are rather targeting the media. They are targeting the journalists nowadays, and not as they claim to be in the interest of the people who are being threatened.
Now, yesterday, Ben Efson came out with an information with regards to the fact that for the interest, no, not Ben Efson actually, I think Kwaku Baako Jr., who actually said that for the interest of the NDC party itself, it better allow the freedom of speech that this country is enjoying to prevail, rather than to bring back the issues of the then PNDC and then the then NDC and Chairman Rawlings then, and then later on Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. Do you think this will eventually affect? Do you think the media can really affect the incumbent government from securing its position again come 2012?
Yeah, Eben, I think the history of NDC and that of the media is a checkered history. In the sense that during the Rawlings regime, that was from 1993 to 2000, we all know what happened to most journalists in this country.
Okay.
Mr. Kofi Komsin, the then editor of the Ghanaian Chronicle, we all remember what happened to him. Kwaku Baako Jr., the managing editor of Crusading Guide, Mr. Gosipra Jr. of Inside, Haruna Atta of Accra Daily Mail. His office was shit bombed. Yes, with human faces. And this is the NDC again. This is the NDC again.
Well, not to catch you, but then I think this reminds me of something that happened here. I know Nebuchadnezzar will not want me to say it on air, but then that is me. I'm a media man and I don't hide anything. I say it point blank. I remember very well, I wouldn't want to mention names, but then we called one of these political officers and he gave a warning that we should know that he's in a political office, actually cautioning us that if we are not careful how we push our questions to him, something probably might happen. I think Nebuchadnezzar will bear witness. He was here and myself. I wouldn't want to mention names, but
mention him because he's a public official.
Yeah,
if you're a minister, you're a public official.
I know, but then I wouldn't want to mention him. So, in this, do you think there's a characteristics of the NEC government? I really wish we could get through to the communications director.
Absolutely. I mean, this has been their character from the days of the PNDC. Because, I mean, if you come and overthrow a legitimate government which has been put together by Ghanaians, I'm talking about the Liman-led regime, which was overthrown by the Provisional National Defense Council, which eventually metamorphosed into NDC, with President Rawlings removing his military attire and wearing civilian attire for the office of the president. I mean, what do you expect? These are some of the things that we are going to experience in this country. And the current regime, I mean, look at the advisors. Dr. Tenuedu, Mr. Atu Ahoy, Mr. Tasuti Kata. These were the very people who formed the core of the PNDC. And they are here again, advising the government in most facets of the Ghanaian economy. So I'm not surprised about what is happening now. Because, one, it happened to Nana Dakwa.
Yeah.
An MPP commentator. And just as Sekun Nkrumah was expressing his view about the government,
he's been taken off office.
Professor Mills showed clearly that he's not the Asimjehine that people have been talking about. He's intolerant, undemocratic, and very undescent to people's views. Meanwhile, he campaigned on the platform that when he comes, he'll be a father for all. And is that what a father for all?
Probably this is a kind of a father correcting a son. When probably the father feels comment has been made that is not in the right order.
I mean, I'm just surprised that the president can tell us that he's correcting his son. And if you want to correct your son, do you have to go to the extent of removing him from the position that you're giving him, just because he has expressed his view about the way and manner which you are directing this country to? Please, I don't think this is fair.
Okay, I have a press statement from the NPP UK and Ireland that today actually condemned the arrest and imprisonment of Nana Dakwa, the arrest and detention of George Best, the arrest and detention of ato-kwamena-dadzie, and the summons as well as the threat of arrest of Emil Lashon, editor of the Ghanaian Times. These individuals are only exercising their basic human rights to free speech under our democratic constitution. Dispensation as claimed by the NPP UK and Ireland session. Now, these individuals are only exercising their basic human rights to free speech under democratic constitution. So they say. Now, everyone in Ghana has an inherent as well as constitutional right to express different opinions and the right to express a view. One does not have to agree with Mr. Dakwa and Mr. Best's views or Mr. Dadzie. Neither has one the obligation to agree with the government or indeed an official position on any matter, not least the fire that gutted the residents of the Rawlingses. Now, after all, Zito Okaikwe, Minister of Tourism, they say there may be a hidden hand in the fire at ex-President Rawlings' house. Now, according to them, this is what Zita said, that there may be a hand. So they also put in a question, why would Zita also be pegged and then questioned as to what he presumes may be the other hand?
Yeah, and I mean, not only that, when the Ministry of Foreign Affairs bent down, do you hear what Mrs. Rose Bioatinga said? She said, Bioatinga is the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander.
Yeah.
She said that it may be due to what? She said it may be due to, I think she said miscreants or some people who are saboteurs. But the committee which was set